Holocaust Memories, Never Forget. A Gentile baby boomer's painful journey into the Shoah. Section 5, Deutschland Uber Alles. Part 21. From the 1st of January 1941 to the 31st of December 1942. The Diary of Anne Frank is certainly one of the most famous and oft-read books from World War II, and it seemed important at this point to go back slightly in time and look at the life of this remarkable young woman. On Monday, the 6th of July, 1942, Anne and her family went into hiding in Amsterdam, but their journey in search of freedom began many years earlier. Her real name was Anneliese Marie Frank, and she was born in Frankfurt am Main, Germany, on the 12th of June, 1929, to Otto and Edith Frank. Her older sister, Margot, was born on the 16th of February, 1926. Otto Frank, a former German officer during World War I and a successful businessman later, saw the dangers of living under Hitler and moved his family to Amsterdam in 1933, where he eventually opened another successful business selling spices and other items used in pickling sausages. Following the German invasion of the Netherlands in May 1940, many anti-Jewish laws went into effect, including prohibiting Jews from owning a company. By transferring ownership to non-Jews, Otto kept running his business and deriving an income from it. On Anne's 13th birthday, her mother gave her a diary. Ever the passionate writer, Anne devoted herself to filling the book with personal opinions, experiences, short stories, and even essays, all of which she addressed to her imaginary friend, Kitty. On the 5th of July, 1942, 16-year-old Margot Frank received a notice from the Nazi authorities that she must report the next day for work in a labor camp. Fearing for her life, the Frank family decided to escape by hiding in what they called the annex of the building, which was attached to his company's warehouse. Otto, planning far ahead, had been secretly outfitting the annex for this very purpose. Leaving their apartment at night on foot with all the clothes they could put on, and making it appear that they had decided to escape to Switzerland, they slipped into the third-floor annex, the entrance of which was well hidden behind a bookshelf. They were helped significantly by Miep Gies, Otto's non-Jewish secretary, who supplied them with water, food, and news from the outside world. Thankfully, other non-Jewish friends helped them as well. Eventually, 4 other Jews ended up hiding in the annex with them. On the 4th of August, 1944, after an informant told the SS where the Frank family and others were hiding, they were all arrested. Once the annex was empty, Otto's secretary, Miep Gies, gathered up Anne's diary and all her other writings and hid them in her desk for the remainder of the war. The Franks were taken to Westerbork, the Nazis' collection point for Dutch Jews, and a month later they were shipped by train to Auschwitz II. Somehow, Anne, Margot, and their mother Edith avoided being sent directly to the gas chamber, as did Otto, but he was separated from the rest of his family. As the Soviet army moved further west into Poland, many Jews, including Anne and Margot, but not their mother, were put on the last train to Bergen-Belsen in Germany on the 30th of October 1944. Recently, new research using camp records and eyewitness accounts indicates that Anne and Margot died from typhus in February 1945, and their bodies were dumped into a mass grave by the Germans. Edith died in Auschwitz of starvation in January 1945. Otto survived the war and was at Auschwitz when the Soviets liberated the camp on the 27th of January 1945. When he returned home after the war, Miep Gies gave him all of Anne's writings, including the diary. After compiling most of what Anne had written into a manuscript, Otto published it in the Netherlands in 1947 under the name Het Achterhuis, the Rear Annex. Eventually it was reworked and published in the United States in 1952 under the name Diary of a Young Girl. Today, her writings have become part of the great literature of the world. Not only have millions of people been inspired by her faith in humanity and courage under enormous danger, but numerous stage plays and movies have been written and produced telling her story, each one reminding the world that evil and hate will never be able to destroy the dreams of youth or the resiliency of the human spirit.